Hiya, welcome back. Right, this week I'm actually doing something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Ever since I took an MT-09 out and an MT-10 for a test ride, and they had quick shifters, and I've been wanting to get one for my bike, and I've eventually just got round to it. I did a little bit of research into what's the best one, or best one I could get a deal on, really. So anyway, I ended up going for the HM Quickshifter. And you can see that there. There's different versions, and this one is the light. So, or I think it's called the super light actually. Let me just double check that. I think it's called super light. Yeah, it's called the super light. So it's not got a lot of adjustment on it. You can just adjust the sensitivity on it. So I'm going to be fitting that. So what we have to do is you get the loom, which I'll go through all this in a bit more detail, and then you get the shifter, and you get the shifter arm. Now what you have to do is, when you order these, you have to order that specific length. So what you do, they tell you what to order. You measure virtually that to that, and then take off, I think it was 60mm, but it tells you on their website how to do it. And there's a few different ways that you actually then put this in onto the shifter linkage. So so that's the bit that I'm going to do first. So I'm going to move the camera down and see how we get on. Stay tuned. Okay, so first thing we do is take off the heel guard. That gives us some access then to the actual linkage. Right, next thing we need to do is actually take the linkage off, and it has these little clips on here, which, to be honest with you, are little buggers to get back in. They're coming out, they're all right. And then we just unclip like so. There's the linkage arm. So what we need to do now is I need to measure the length between this point and this point, and then, as you can see there, I don't know if you can see actually, they're in opposite directions to each other. Now what they actually tell you is to put the quick shifter closest to the gearbox, but because it goes through the frame here, I don't think I can actually do that. If that went through there, it's not actually going to work. So what it's going to do, it's going to have to go in this way, and which is quite good then, because it's behind the heel guard. So then the end parts here and there, they then going to go onto the end here. So that one's going to go in there like so, and then the other one on the other end, and hopefully that will then all be in the right position. But the first thing I need to do is just measure that. So that is I make that 24 centimeters exactly. So the other one needs to be 24 centimeters exactly. So I need to undo these ones and get those off first. see if we can undo those. One off. We don't need the actual nuts because it comes with new nuts. There's no flats on there to actually grip it against. How stupid is that? Okay, so that did it. Vice always works, doesn't it? Okay. So the next thing we need to do is get this one, I think, as tight as possible. So what we're doing there, now hopefully that's going to be 10mm, no it's not. Okay, so 8mm on the actual shaft and 10mm nut, and then give them, I've tempted actually to put a bit of Loctite on this, I don't know whether I should or not. One on there, and then hopefully that one will be a left hand thread. That's it. So let's just show you there what we've got. So now, so there's the, obviously the Quickshifter unit, and I'm going to do it so that it's got an LED on it, so I'm going to put that on facing upwards, obviously the cable on it. Now am I going to get that cable through there? Oh no, I can just push this through anyway, I think. Yeah. Okay. So what I've got to do now is just get the distance again, which was 24 centimeters, with that in that position. Don't know if you can see that. So LED facing up, with that cap there facing that way, and that one facing that way. So let's see where it looks to start with. That's that. So then it's just a case of getting the other one smack on. Here's a smack on. Right, so as you can see, I've got the unit, the linkage back in. So on this end it goes onto the gear shifter, and on this end here, you can just about see that on there, that's the actual gear selector lever. So what happens is, I've already put the cable onto there and just tied those in just to keep them out of the way. So on this end, I'd recommend you put this end in first, because this one you've got the movement on. It literally just clips in, and then this end, like that. I don't know if you can see there. Again, it just clips in. Then we have to do these tiny little, let's see if you can just focus on that. There you go, they're tiny little clips. And what they do is, there's a little hole at the back that it just slips into, and as I said before, they can be a bit of a bugger. There we go, so it slips in, and then you just push it round. And then the same on the other end. went straight in. There we go. So then you should be able to see we've got the linkage going there. So what happens is as you push it, it puts strain onto there, and then that is the bit that cuts the ignition, and then this bit obviously then puts it in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get the tank off and connect in the wiring loop. Okay, so next now that we've got the tank off, and I've taken that tank off so many times now, I think I've actually finally sussed out how to do it properly, or quickly I should say. Right, what I need to do now is take off the air box, and because we need to get to the spark plugs underneath. So all of those bolts there. Right, so we then take that off, and that just be alright just sitting there. Next thing is take off the stacks, and I don't think I need to take off the air filter. I don't know. I don't know if that just is connected just to that. We're going to find out. Now, as I say, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of breathers in here, but I just need to take one breather pipe. The other one I'm pretty sure is here. So, and then does that just come off? I think it does. Do that there. All good. Right, what we're looking at now then is finding, I don't know, can you see that? I'm going to just, I'll get the camera down in a minute once I've just sussed this out. We've got there, and that's just a breather pipe. So I think what I'm going to do is take this breather pipe off. I can find get the camera over. So what we need to do, let's have a look, can you see there quite clearly? We need to connect into here, here and over here. So what I'm going to do is take off this pipe here, and that should then give us good access, and then I'll worry about where the cable's going to go once I've done that. Okay, so there's the actual loo. So that's part there. Hold a minute, let's just get this right. They should all be in pairs like that, that's right. So it's going to go that way. So that's going to sit onto that coil, that one onto that one, that one onto that one, and then that one connects onto that part there. Just make sure that's the right one, which it is. Cool. So let's, first of all, I'm going to just feed that up and in. See how much room, how much cable we've got to play with. So 1, 2, 3. What should happen is we can just unplug that, plug that one into there, and then that one goes into there. So there's just a little tab on those that you just push down, pull it out. One. It's going to be a bit of a game hiding all these cables. That then connects straight into there, and then the only other thing I have to do is put a ground. So I've just got to find a decent ground, which I think I used that there. So, let's bring the camera down. So what we've done is, see if you can see that one there. So we've taken the connector off here and literally just put these, all three of these in line with them. Yeah, and then the cable comes around here, and then that connects onto the actual Quickshifter, and then you have a permanent ground on there, which I'm going to put, I think, on this one here. That's got to be a good ground, I would have thought. So I think that's literally just holding that bracket in. It's only a plastic bracket. Oh, I don't know. Actually, no, it must go into the frame. So I would imagine so. But let's start putting all of these bits back together again. Alright, now, slight issue in that I didn't realise, but the SD card went full on the camera, and I didn't get the last bit, but I think we'd actually got, I've just checked through the footage, and we've got it up to where all of the loom was actually connected, so the bit that you've only missed really is just putting the tank and everything back on together. So hopefully there's enough information there. If somebody was to follow it, they'd be able to do it anyway. So but yeah, so all I've got to do now is just put the heel guard back on, and then and that's it, done. So all in all, I'd say really simple to do. You have to faff about a little bit with the linkage, but it's not the end of the world, and I did put some Loctite on it, so hopefully it will stay all in one piece. And then you just have to fiddle about with just hiding the cables and everything, but it's nothing that most people wouldn't be able to do, so so not a problem really. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching if you got this far, then and I'll see you on the next one, which will be me taking it out for a test ride. So hopefully stay tuned for that one. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell thing so you get a notification, and hopefully I'll see you on that one. So cheers.